Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant, and today we're going to go through Hotfix 1.2.2, which dropped for the First Descendant today, alright? This one contains some pretty interesting changes, and I'm going to go through them step by step, assuming I can stop choking from the soap that I put in my own hands, so sorry about that. Alright, let's go through it together. Now, first and foremost, they've made some content improvements. They've made some changes to the intercept battles, nerfing Molten Fortress and Gluttony. For Molten Fortress, what they've done is that the beam of the Frenzy Suppressor, if it's correctly linked, cannot be changed any further, so this will prevent people from trolling. They've also adjusted the spawn timing of the Frenzy Suppressors to spawn when Molten Fortress rises from the ground during its frenzied state. They've also adjusted the number of roly-polies summoned by Molten Fortress and halved the number during the normal state and dropped it to 6 during the frenzied state. Molten Fortress will also enter Frenzy a lot less frequently. Gluttony. For Gluttony, they've adjusted it so that the impurities will be drawn to Gluttony whenever they are within a 15-meter radius. They've adjusted the amount of the wipe attack gauge that increases when the unstable energy is absorbed like Gluttony. And they've made it so that the unstable energy explosions required to cancel the frenzied state, although they say doubled, is now halved. So it's easier to cancel the frenzied state. Gluttony now moves around the center of the map more frequently, and they've adjusted the cooldown of Gluttony's melee attack from 5 seconds to 20 seconds, so he won't be able to rake the ground as much as possible. They've also adjusted Gluttony's basic shotgun attack so that it can be used at close range. This is theoretically a buff to him. Okay, Gluttony now enters the frenzied state less frequently, and Gluttony's attack has been reduced by approximately half, so this will be a great boon to those of you that are worried about that. That being said, alright, we are going to investigate whether or not these two can be soloed. I will do that in subsequent videos, so look forward to that. For reactors, they've made a balancing change so that when it comes to attribute power boost ratio, you can only get the attribute based on the reactor that you're farming. So electric attribute will only drop on electric reactors, so on and so forth. That being said, there is still a problem with the reactors. Then you might be saying, well, what's the problem, robot? Okay, let me explain what the problem is to you guys. The current problem with reactors is that you can now get a tech and fusion roll on a singular reactor. Let that sink in. It's a singular reactor, you get tech and fusion roll. So the pool is smaller. I would say that reactor farming is now about 25, maybe 30% more efficient than it was before, but you're still gonna unfortunately encounter dead rolls in addition to rolls that are simply just not good, like 2 double blue rolls, things like that. So reactor farming is still a bit of a chore, but this improves it by about, I would genuinely say 30 or, well, 25 to 30% by my calculations. You know, there you go. Okay, in terms of balancing changes for Descendants, what they've done is that Ultimate Sharon's active camouflage when using the ambushed module goes from 4 seconds to 6 seconds. Keelan's skills have received some massive cooldown reductions, with Septic Gust dropping from 60 to 35 seconds, Tremor going from 80 seconds down to 60 seconds. They've also adjusted Keelan's Focus on Prey module, where the damage per acidic decay stack for Tremor has been drastically increased, so that's awesome. They've also adjusted the cooldown of the Void Corrosion skill from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Okay, they've adjusted Keelan's skill module Mobile Strike, where they've adjusted the hunting time skill from 150 seconds to 55 seconds. This means that he'll be able to use hunting time more often. The duration of Adventurous Spirit from hunting time goes from 3 seconds to 4 seconds, and it's now affected by the skill duration increase stat. Therefore, you can increase the duration with skill duration increase. Keelan cannot move to a higher position by using the Onslaught skill while Adventurous Spirit is active. The delay after pressing the skill button has been reduced. So you can dash as much as you want on the ground, but not up in the air, or so it seems to say. I don't use this module because I don't have it yet, but I'll definitely test it in future. Okay. Content-wise, take note that they've now added private operations to special operations, so if you don't want to play with people, you can now do so. However, I still recommend playing in public. It's just a lot easier, and also carrying people is nice. The difficulty level will not be adjusted according to the number of players. Only the individual or party that has applied to enter will be able to participate in the special operation. Okay? Take note, the difficulty level will not be adjusted in accordance with the number of players. They've changed the sphere mechanic of the commander monsters that appear in the following content. So Kingston, Sterile Land, Vespers, Fortress, all that kind of thing. I don't know what they've actually changed about the sphere mechanic because they don't actually say, but the spheres seem the same to me. Now, amorphous material patterns can now be obtained from outposts in each zone and can now be selected as selectable rewards in infiltration operations in the same zone. What does that mean? Okay, 1 second. This is why I'm in game right now, right? The change to the outpost means that instead of having to farm the outpost amorphous from the target area, you'll actually be able to go into infiltration operations, let's say Kingston Magister Lab. There are now 4 rewards up the top, which you can see up there, all right? And 1 and 2 are for the ones that you open up at the Colossus. 3 and 4 are actually these outpost amorphous, and they are 100% guaranteed. So if you want to absolutely guarantee these amorphous drops, which you still have to open at the Void Fusion reactors, by the way, that's not going away, but you just don't have to farm them from outposts anymore, you will be able to get these 100% of the time as long as you're meeting the score, which means play 250%, you get these 100% of the time. There you go. Kind of makes a bit of the target farming system moot, but what I would say is that you have to calculate it for most people, because although you can get a guaranteed drop, right, for each of the amorphous, you could actually farm faster with the outpost than you actually would here. And I'll tell you why. The run may take, even for Magister's Lab, which is one of the fastest ones, that takes about 3 minutes. That is 6 outpost clears, which means that guarantees you at least 1 amorphous drop. However, clearing Magister's Lab gets you 2. So it's a game of chance. If your RNG is good, you could end up with way more amorphous using the outpost as per normal. But if you don't want that, infiltrations provide an alternative. So decide for yourself, okay? My nose, I swear, allergies. Okay, upon completing a mission in normal difficulty, you can earn 1 amorphous material pattern. Upon completing a mission in hard difficulty, you can earn up to 2 patterns, depending on your score from the kill score multiplier. Falling or canceling grappling hooks no longer counts as jumping, okay. Improve the library to display the research progress in the details based on actual research status. Nice. On PC, opening the ring menu now moves the cursor to the center of the ring menu. Okay. They've added the quick turn option for those of you on controller. So please take note that you have to go to controller, normal button settings, user settings, and you can turn on quick turn. Okay. The button for this feature is not included in default settings, and you need to set the button separately. If sprint is set as the movement option, using the L3 button makes it easier to use this feature. When a commander monster's phase changes, the movement location guide is now displayed for a longer duration. The difficulty of the Valby evolving skin quest has been reduced. Passing through 10,000 enemies with the cleanup skill is now 3,000 enemies. Passing through 20,000 enemies with the cleanup skill is now 6,500 enemies. So you can evolve your Valby skins a lot easier if for those of you that got that skin. I will not get that skin right now anyway. Okay. Bug fixes. They fixed some issues with Ezimo, Jaber. Don't know if this will make Jaber viable, but you can check that out if you want. For weapons and modules, they fixed an issue where the effect of MP Collector would sometimes not activate when the module was equipped. So those of you who complain about this issue, that has been fixed already. In terms of UI, UX, let me see if there's anything important. Fixed an issue to where the discount rate was not being applied correctly when purchasing bundles, so that included already owned components, so please take note of this, all right? They did not say anything about fixing fellows not picking up items or fixing the junk filters resetting, which is annoying, but that's okay. They finally fixed an issue where the amount of gold earned on the result screen of a special operation sometimes displayed the amount of gold owned instead of earned. Okay, good. Okay, this is very important. They fixed an issue where the target reward gauge would reset if another player obtained your target reward item during the Void Intercept battle. So for those of you that struggle with this, like those of you suffering from like trying to get Peacemaker or Frostwalker components, this is resolved for you, all right? So if another player was getting the item that you wanted, the target gauge would not go up. It would just keep resetting. So this has now been fixed. And they fixed an issue where the default skin was not displayed after dismissing a Descendant. Okay, so for those of you who dismiss Descendants, shame on you, by the way. All right, that is now resolved. Okay, So that is it for this patch. The main takeaway from this is the change to the reactors. It is a positive change, not as good. And of course, we will be checking out Molten Fortress, Gluttony solos, so look forward to those in future upcoming videos. And of course, the balancing changes for Keelan make him more viable. My Keelan build will drop tomorrow as a result of this, so please do look forward to that, because I'm honestly quite excited to see you guys enjoy my Keelan build. And of course, I'm very excited to also try his bossing build, which I have been planning to try but haven't had the opportunity to try just yet. So I'll be looking forward to that as well, which I think is going to be awesome. All right, so thank you very much, guys, for joining in for this video. I hope you guys will enjoy all the positive changes being made for the game so far. All right, let me know what you think of these changes. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking, because I always like to hear what the viewers think about these changes, whether or not they're satisfactory, what kind of changes you guys want to see. Give your feedback in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right, thank you all very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to register me as your official content creator if you haven't already. And of course, last but not least, we do have to thank the top supporters this month who are making everything possible. Channel members, I'm so sorry you have to wait for your thank you, but I promise it will be sorted. I've just had so many jobs this month that I'm so busy. But anyway, December's top supporter list. Top tipper is CG Mayhem. Top tipper list includes Sir Tommy. Top super chatter is Sir Lawbreaker. All right, top super chatter list includes George Tishon, Brad Music, D Russ, Atomic John, PVS Fang. Top channel membership gifter is Arcane Silver 300, Track Hoodie, Joe D Wilkins, and D Russ. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys do for me. Thank you to all my top tier channel members. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you all on the next one. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't do anything weird while I'm gone. All right? Enjoy the patch. See you again soon.